Coach, an impressive win today against Petersburg. What more can you say about this defense?
Well, like I said, we going into the year, we knew the defense was going to be what carried us, and it's definitely carrying us. Where we want to be at coming November. We're playing pretty good. We got to make sure that we continue to improve. We had some drop off there, and we put some other guys in the second half. And like I said, we told the guys that are right there behind them, like, hey, you got to be ready to go at any play. We had a guy go down at halftime, stomach bug, whatever. And NJ gets a little bit banged up, so we turn around to our second, our third, and fourth string tailbacks. And they were ready to go. They prepared themselves in the week to get ready, or be ready, so you don't have to get ready. And like I said, proud of the effort. And like I said, if the offense can continue to grow, I think we can be a dangerous team come playoff time.
And speaking of offense, before we come back to the defense, what kind of weapon is Cole Lineberger? I mean, he plays both sides, but you line him up at the end zone, and he always seems to find his way there.
Yeah, he's Cole is just one of those kids that just gives you everything he's got when he's on the field. A lot of what it is effort. Cole's got that will that he's not going to be denied. So when we get down in the red zone, like I said, he likes to have the ball, but he doesn't mind also being on the line blocking. It's one of those guys that is very selfless, and he just, again, anytime he's on the field, he brings a level of play up to everybody around him.
And back to the defense, multiple turnovers today, aggressive. I think about Michael Davis in on a lot of plays. Talk about his game and his improvement this season.
Mike, he was flying around today, man. Every time I looked up there, I saw his helmet and his jersey at the ball. We didn't have our normal stat guy here today, but I would be hard-pressed to believe that he didn't have at least 15 tackles today. I mean, he was sideline to sideline. The turnovers, we preach that, we practice it every single day in practice with those guys, and it's paying off. Like I said, we're going to play to where our defense is fast and aggressive, and if our secondary can run with you, then we're going to be in good shape come late November.
One of the wildest plays I've seen on defense at the end of the first half. You intercept, you're going down, you fumble. Looked like a couple of guys got their hands on it. You scoop it, you score it. Have you ever seen a defensive play like that?
It's like I said, it's one of those old adages where, the good things happen. When things were not going right for us, we needed a little bit of a spark. We had stalled out after those first two drives, and I think that defensive turnover and that scoop and score is kind of the spark we needed to finish this game. Again, I got on the kids a little bit. Got too many penalties there at the very end. That's not Thomas L football, and we're going to clean those up Monday at practice. And like I said, be ready to go. We're an improved football team next Friday.
And with that, you got one game left in the regular season, and then it's playoff football. What's your assessment of your team at this point, closing in on, we are in November, but closing in on playoffs?
Well, like I said, the biggest thing was we've got to get healthy and get healthy fast. We've got a couple of nicks and bruises, which is to be expected at this time of the year. Like I said, we'll have somewhat of a short week playing on Saturday, so I told the guys we're going to have a heavy recovery day on Monday, but instead of lifting, it's going to be a lot of recovery, and then we're going to turn around and get out there and practice like we normally do. Treat this week like any other week, and like I said, be ready to go on Friday for senior night.
Well, enjoy it.
Thank you.